In Acts chapter 39, we hear about Paul and his companions coming to Antioch. Antioch was a significant city, and they share the message on the Sabbath day in the synagogue. And so in Acts chapter 13, we get another substantial example of Paul's teaching in describing the Christian message. And one of the points that he makes in verse 37 is, by this Jesus, everyone who believes is set free from all those sins from which you could not be freed by the law of Moses. Really, part of the foundational basic Christian message is that Jesus frees us from sin. And in Paul's letters, as well as in the book of Acts, part of what we hear about the law of Moses, about the Ten Commandments, is that on the one hand, they are wonderful guidelines for community. I would love to live in a community where every single person lived by the Ten Commandments, where everybody honored God, no one took the Lord's name in vain, right? Nobody made idols or worshiped idols, whether those were people or things made with human hands, where everyone took a Sabbath rest, where people honored their father and mother and had healthy family relationships, where there was no murder, no adultery, no stealing, no false witness, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to live in a community like that? However, the argument we see from Paul and others like him in the early church is that no one could fulfill the law. And what the law does is it convicts us of our sinfulness by our failure to obey it. It doesn't free us. And that's what Jesus does. Jesus frees us from our sins. And that's the foundational message that Paul and Barnabas are sharing in Antioch and everywhere they go. And freedom is such a vital, valuable thing. I'm going to be preaching about that on the last Sunday of June as we finish our series on what Baptists believe. And one of the things Baptists believe in is soul freedom. And the question for all of us, as I'll talk about in a little over a week, is what are we going to do with the freedom we've been given? But I just encourage you today, if there are areas in your life where you struggle with sin, it may be areas where we have habitual patterns, where we do things that we just go, oh, I can't believe I did that again. Really turn those things over to God regularly in prayer and ask for God's help, ask for God's not only forgiveness, but for God to help deliver you, to change your heart, to change your behavior, your mind, your speech, whatever that particular sin or sins may be that are holding you back. Remember, as Paul says, this Jesus, everyone who believes in him, is set free from all their sins. I pray that you would know the freedom of forgiveness and deliverance today.